But everybody has what?
A bad day.
Everybody has bad days.
And that's why I'm crying.
Yeah. But it's okay to have a bad day, isn't it? It's life, you know. This is the hand that we have been dealt. So you have two choices. You either roll up in the ball and you die, or you get on with it.
Nearly finished. Okay. And then we're going home, okay?
This is me, Liz Scanlon, from the inner city of Dublin, the Liberties. When I first met Gary, I liked the way he looked. I liked his attitude. I liked everything about him. To me, we had it all. Good jobs, nice home, nice car. Life couldn't get any better than that. When Claudia arrived, I actually felt that our lives were going to be complete, but it wasn't quite like that. Check this bloke out, huh? You're gorgeous, you're so handsome. Today is Gary's cousin's wedding. He's marrying Debra today, and Claudia is flower girl and Gary's best man.
Best man.
I think they both knew that they were meant to be together. Liz on the day of our wedding said, "Today I've married my best friend." They were great pals and still are great pals.
See you later, best of luck. Bye. You need to just hold up your arms here, man, and lie down. Okay? Slide off the bed. Good girl. Now, put your little hand in. Oh, sweetheart. You're gorgeous. What do you think? Huh? What are you?
Fabulous.
Fabulous, yeah, absolutely. I always look when people get married, kind of moving on and having kids comes hand in hand with that. Like, you know, it's the start of a journey for some couples. Well, it certainly was for us anyway. I never thought EB was on the cards, ever. But the day myself and Gary got married, we stood there and we said, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. And I genuinely believed on that day that the sickness and health was around the two of us. But it has a deeper meaning than that, because we have had a sick child.
Where are you up to now? Now.
Diet is very, very important for her. And I spend my life disguising medicines into food. She takes Zoton tablets to line her throat because she would have blisters in her throat. So even just eating a piece of meat or anything that would tear her neck. She takes iron every day because she's anemic, and she would lose a lot of blood through her wounds.
Gets this back.
EB is a genetic skin condition. Your collagen knits your two layers of skin together. Claudia, unfortunately, was born with no collagen whatsoever. It can't be replaced. She's not going to all of a sudden grow any. It's a faulty gene. Myself and my husband are carriers. It's, I don't know, a 1 in so many million chance that we would have met each other and created a child with EB. Do you want to drink it?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's a very hard life. A lot of pain involved, physical pain and emotional pain for Claudia and for us. Eat up. How are you today? Are you sore anywhere? When she was born, like, she was only her feet and her hands were damaged. So we did tiny little dressings on her feet. But now, like, she's 80% wrapped in bandages. But that has been very, very gradual. And as she started to develop, she started to break down more and more. She's never naked, only at a dressing change. So as much as anyone else would pick up their child and they get loads of skin-to-skin contact, she actually doesn't. So she has a bare bit up here, and she loves a little rub.
She's on the clock, everything, like, there's so much has to go into Liz's day, you know. Claudia brought something out of Liz. It's a hidden depth of strength that I didn't know that Liz had.
You don't want Tigger. You don't have to have Tigger.
I think what's emerged from this is, for me, this strong woman who's my sister, which I didn't see that.
Sleep.
Our daddy's in. I'm finished.
I'll go to work for 10 hours, then I come home and do this for another 6 hours. I got to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I do nothing.
The perfect couple, if there is such a thing. They were it. You know, they were engaged, married, they moved home, Liz was pregnant. It all happened very, very quick.
There's that again. She was born at 8 o'clock at night, like, and she was taken off us that night, but was more or less said as a precaution. And I know for us over the next couple of days, it wasn't the joyous occasion that it was supposed to be. It was fear.
You're walking around with a knot in your stomach. It's either joy or pain, you know? You can't just have a down the middle of the road baby. Your baby's right or your baby's wrong.
She had been biopsied on the second day that she was born, and the day before we got her home, the results came in.
Liz rang to say that Claudia wasn't well and she had EB. Never heard of EB. So she described it as a butterfly baby, that her skin was very delicate.
I guess Mum holding me.
So they started straight in asking us questions like, what do you want to do now and all of that. And fair play to Gary, he just kind of said, I think he's to leave us alone now. And I remember sitting at the kitchen table and saying, like, what are we going to do? Like, where do we go from here? You know, what happens? And I was like, someone switched the light on in my head, like, in that half hour what had changed. It was still the baby I had been nursing for the last month. Okay, the diagnosis wasn't what we wanted, but she was still the same baby, and she was still the same child that I had bonded with, and she was still my child. And when I went up to the hospital, didn't the nurse say to me, which baby do you want?
Do you want that one?
Or do you want?
Then the other one.
And I said, I want.
That one in the middle.
And she said, are you?
Are you sure?
I said, I am sure.
I am.
So I wrapped you up
And I blanket
and I brought you
home.
forever and ever. Now, do crayons today. All right. Every second day we have to do Claudia's bandages from head to toe, religiously, on a timetable. There is, so you can have it that way. She's comfortable and she's occupied and she seems in good form, so fingers crossed. Some days it can be really, really good and some days it can be really, really bad. It depends on what type of pain she's in and what way her wounds are. So we'll just have to wait and see. This is a hand dressing that I'm cutting out here. It means she gets a bit of web space, and just in between each finger here, people with EB, the hand becomes mitten-like and the skin eventually grows up between, and then in turn the hand contracts and then the hand fuses. So it has this effect of looking like that there is no hand, but the hand is there, the fingers are there, but it's just contracted back into the arm. So we're trying to deter it and delay it. If any of these are stuck, won't you tell me? Yeah? Good girl. I'd peel the bandages instead of pulling, because if there was a new wound under any of the dressings that I didn't see, if I pulled, I'd pull the skin off her.
Is there a blister there?
No, there's no blister. No matter how hard I try, EB is in control. I'm not in control. I'm just keeping it at bay, and that it's so hard to come to terms with that. You never ever know what you're going to.
Oh, there's a blister, Mum.
Where? There's a tiny one there, you're right, yeah. Sorry about that. It's not nice you're sticking needles into your child, but then you realise it's part and parcel of her care, and it's to keep her in the best possible shape that you can. Well done. You're so good, did you know that? No, her feet are the worst affected areas. Like, she was born with wounds on her feet, but perfect feet. Yeah. And then they just started to break down within the next couple of days after she was born. I do not know how she walks on them feet.
I'm crying when I have a bad day like that.
But everybody has what?
A bad day.
Everybody has bad days.
Where? There's not much place that we can bring her. You know, so this is one of the places where she enjoys coming down. She asks to go. You know, so come down here. And plus it does give Liz a break, yeah? for a few hours or whatever it takes, you know, to a bit of me time.
What's this, was it?
It's found it very hard, like any mother would. She wanted a perfect baby and like anybody else, but she was devastated. Absolutely. It took a long time. Still coming to terms with it now at the moment, you know.
We love her and she's a big part of our world and she's part of me and Gary.
We love her to bits. We don't blame each other for what she has. Well, it is for her to be as normal and to do all the things, go to normal school, go to normal as possible. Because at the moment now, there's nothing stopping her. Now she has clothes on, she's padded up enough, but we've had our ups and downs from having summer clothes on and rubbing her leg off the back of the pram and tearing the whole back of her leg off. And we were naive to say that she didn't need all them bandages. Good to go? Yeah. Now.
Today I'm up in Our Ladies and this is Claudia's clinic. She's been here since day one, so it's like a second home to us.
Summer is coming. Do you find the blistering more of a challenge at that time with the heat?
What to let her wear.
Yeah.
Boosters.
We want to get a new booster seat when she hits 15 kilo, don't we?
Right. Are you finding the gagging problem is getting any more frequent? Or
not
troublesome?
as frequent, just a little bit longer in getting the food up. It's of vital importance, these clinics. This is where it all comes together. If I have any issues, if I'm worried about anything, this is where I ask all my questions.
It's a hard area to heal the neck and to keep the dressings on because she's getting her hands in, she's pulling them.
I used to come in worried and I used to, please God, let everything be okay. Don't let me be told anything else about EB that I didn't know about.
We do have a blood test as well. How would you think she'd feel about that today?
Yeah, we'll go ahead with it. I did explain to her on the way up and she knows
that
and she remembers the last time that hurts for a minute and it'll be over.
Oh, it's really cold.
Cold.
I wouldn't be squeamish, but it's just she's a small child. Looking at a small child in pain, there is nothing as bad. It just pulls the heart out of you, but it has to be done. It'll be 6 months before that'll have to be done again. So, 24 weeks reprieve.
You're a great girl.
You okay?